Well, hello, my valued listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Living in Your Power. I'm your host, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, and as always, I'm truly grateful that you're here with me today. So as we continue our February journey, we are grounded in our theme, leading with heart, compassion, courage, and connection. This month, we are leaning into a form of leadership that is often misunderstood, undervalued, and yet desperately needed. Leading rooted in compassion. And today's episode, the second in our February series, is titled, Compassion is Not Weakness, It's Wisdom. Now, in many spaces, compassion has been mislabeled. It's often seen as softness, as emotional, or as something that gets in the way of productivity or authority. Some leaders are taught that to be effective, they must be distant. That caring too much will cloud judgment or undermine credibility. And so compassion is pushed aside in favor of control, urgency, and output. But here's the truth, dear listeners. Compassion is not the absence of strength. It is, in fact, the evidence of it. Because it takes strength to listen when it would be easier to dismiss. It takes courage to lead with empathy in environments that rewards detachment. And it takes wisdom to understand that people do their best work when they feel seen and not managed. Now, James 17 reminds us, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy, and good spirit, impartial and sincere. Notice that mercy is not separate from wisdom. It is part of it. Now, when we look at the life of Jesus, compassion was never passive. He noticed people others ignored. He paused when crowds demanded speed, and he asked questions before issuing commands. Compassion guided his responses, but wisdom shaped his actions. Now, there are moments when he healed and moments when he thought, moments when he corrected and moments when he walked away, because each response was intentional. Now, in my own leadership journey, I've learned that compassion doesn't always mean saying yes. Sometimes it means slowing down enough to discuss what someone truly needs and just what they're asking for. Compassion without wisdom leads to burnout, and wisdom without compassion leads to disconnection. God calls us to lead with both. If you're wondering how compassion can practically guide your leadership, here are 3 ways it often shows up. First, compassion creates space for understanding. So before reacting, compassionate leaders ask, what might I not know? Because understanding context changes conversations. It softens conflicts, and it opens the door to solutions that honor people and purpose. Second one, compassion sets healthy boundaries. Now, this may surprise you, but compassion is not limitless availability. Wisdom teaches us that boundaries protect relationships. They prevent resentment and they allow you to show up fully where you are truly called. So saying no can be an act of compassion for yourself and for others. Compassion leads with clarity, not guilt. That's the third one. Compassionate leadership does not avoid difficult conversations. It speaks truth with kindness, and it corrects with respect. And it holds standards without shaming. Now that balance is wisdom in action. Now let's reflect on Micah 6:8, which tells us, "And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God." Now mercy is not optional. It is a requirement of faithful leadership. So here's your empowerment prompt for this week. And I invite you to reflect on these questions. Where might I be holding back compassion out of fear or appearing weak? How can I lead with greater wisdom and mercy in a current role? And what boundary do I need to set in order to lead with integrity and care? I want you to sit with these questions prayerfully and let God guide your response. So I'm going to repeat them again. I want you to reflect on these 3 questions. Where might I be holding back compassion out of fear of appearing weak? How can I lead with greater wisdom and mercy in my current role? And what boundary do I need to set in order to lead with integrity and care? Again, sit with these questions prayerfully and let God guide your response. So in closing, my friends, I want to remind you that compassion is not a liability. It is a leadership asset. And when guided by wisdom and grounded in faith, compassion strengthens trust, deepens connection, and creates an environment where people can truly thrive. So I want to thank you for joining me today on episode 2 in our February series, Leading with Heart, Compassion, Courage, and Connection. Next week, we will continue with a conversation entitled Boundaries, Empathy, and Emotional Intelligence. So until next time, my dear listeners, I want you to continue to live boldly in your power today. And if it gets tough, just breathe. You still got the strength to rise. So until next time, continue to live in your power.